Are you aware that is not all the songs we sing at the altar is acceptable unto God? Are you aware that God is not glorified in most of the songs we think are wonderful? We clap and shout and jubilate, but are you aware that in some of these songs that God was not actually glorified? God did not inhabit such praises. Why? Because of we, the vessels. God was asking me last night, he said, I'm a holy God. How do you worship me? He was referring to me, and he said, how do you worship me? And I begin to look into my life, and I know that so far so good. I've never worshipped God. I've not worshipped God enough in spirit and in truth. I've not worshipped him enough in holiness. And God said to me, any worship that is not holy is not unto me. Any worship, any song you sing, and you yourself, you are not holy, you are not singing unto me. It's not me you are singing to. And if it is not a holy worship, then it is not unto God. And God was bringing my mind to so many things. How do heavenly beings worship God? The beings that live in the most holy place of all, yet they cover their face, they cover their feet, meaning that they are not worthy. How much more we who are living in this generation that is filled with sin? If we must worship God, it must be in holiness. And any worship we give unto God that is not holy, God is not inhabiting it. Little wonder we see little or no miracles in our worship sections. If there is any time that there should be flow of God's anointing and miracles and what have you, it should be in the time we are having an expression of whom God is in our worship. It should be that period, because the Bible says that God inhabits the praises of his people. If God comes down to inhabit the praises of his people, there is no way he is living without dropping his own blessings with us. But because of the vessel, we the vessel, God is a holy God. And we need to sanctify ourselves. It doesn't matter how much time we take on the pulpit to sing it. It doesn't matter how much time we spend in practicing, in rehearsing the songs and learning them. The most important thing is that you that is singing unto God, is your life holy? Are you really living a holy life? I think it is high time we begin to turn up our lives and begin to worship God in holiness. Only then can we begin to give God an acceptable worship, and only then can God begin to manifest himself in our worship.